How's it going, y'all? TitansFan920, and today we're back at it with a deeper look at another deck from the video from last time. This time, we'll be looking at Mono Red Torbran / Mono Red Cavalcade of Calamity. For those of you unaware of this deck, it is quick, it is fast, and it tries to kill you real quick. So let's take a look at it. Let's go. So starting off the 1-drop slot here, we have a playset of Footlight Fiend. It's a red. Whenever Footlight Fiend dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Pretty basic. I've had some people ask why this isn't Ginger Brute, and that is because this is a red card to trigger Torbran whenever it dies or does damage. You know, the haste on Ginger Brute is nice. The other utility modes on it are kind of nice. But this deck just wanted to get damage in and do it fast, and Footlight Fiend with Torbran really helps that up. Still triggers off of Cavalcade, so it gets the triggers from Torbran. It's just a nice creature overall. Can attack and block through different 2 toughness creatures if it needs to, so that's a boon for it as well. We also have a playset of Scorch Spitter. Anybody who's played against the Cavalcade decks knows how good this card can be. Automatically doing 1 damage when you attack is pretty nice, and that's whether it's Planeswalker or, you know, opponent that you're attacking there. So you're basically swinging for 2 with this every time while still getting your Cavalcade triggers, and those triggers, especially with Torbran, are super disgusting. Do 3 damage from the trigger when it attacks, and then 3 damage whenever it, you know, actually the power from it. So all of a sudden this thing is swinging 6 essentially with the Torbran out, which is kind of crazy for a 1-drop. 4 shocks, you know, nothing crazy. We need a little bit of removal. I'm going to keep saying with Torbran, but with Torbran, this is a 4 damage, 1 mana for 4 damage. Kind of disgusting. And then finally, Fervent Champion. Now, I know a lot of Fervent Champion's text doesn't matter here. It's a 1-drop with 1/1 first strike and haste. The rest of that we don't care about. We don't have other knights in the deck. It's still a 1 mana haste creature with first strike that is pretty good at trading with other aggressive decks. And I think it's one that's going to go in the spot better than 10 Street Dodger. Dodger's nice that it allows you to not be blocked in certain cases. But I think the whole point of this is we just try to get so fast we don't have to worry about being blocked. And this kind of does the job for us here. So I think the Fervent Champion is the correct call here. Could be wrong, but I'm going to try it out to start off with. So in the 2-drop slot, of course, we have a playset of Cavalcade of Calamity. For anyone who somehow hasn't seen this card, it is 1 and a red. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity does 1 damage to the player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. This gets crazy with some of the cards, Scorch Spitter, but just in general, this kind of doubles the power of most of our creatures, all of our creatures on here, because they're all 1-power creatures anyway. And it's really just the damage starts stacking up so fast, and it makes it late game where even if they do want to block, you're still getting that damage through regardless, and it's just really scary. That's the only 2-drop we have in the deck, which is probably something that needs change in the deck. I just don't know of any aggressive 2 mana creatures with 1 power that I could put in here, but so it goes. In the 3-drop slot, we have Legion Warboss. Making a 1/1 every single turn, triggering Cavalcade is really nice, and if they can't answer this, my god, you just run away with the game so fast. So we got a full playset there. A playset to light up the stage. Even though this costs 3 mana, we're going to be casting this for 1 every time, more than likely. This just helps us keep on going, keep our engine going. You know, maybe we're starting to run out of cards here. Bam, get some other cards, get some damage in, and swing on. Lastly, in the 3-drop slot, not lastly, but, you know, in the 3-drop slot here, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. We'll be creating 2 1/1 red elementals that get sacked every turn. I really wish I could splash Rakdos in this, and I'm sure that's a thing that can be done with Mayhem Devil, because Mayhem Devil triggers with this Torbran would be amazing. But still, you got 3 mana, you're making 2 1/1s every turn with Cavalcade. I've been on the other side of it before. It's not very fun. It hurts a lot. Makes me sad. But I figured this standard maybe we'll be on the side of it and see how fun it is. Lastly, in the 3-drop slot is Chandra Spitfire. This is the card which you know your opponent can be sitting in a nice 20 life. You know, they've not taken any damage. They've had answers for everything. But all of a sudden, Chandra Spitfire, if it goes unanswered, can just kill them. This gets buffs off of the triggers from Cavalcade. It deals extra damage with Torbran. It makes this thing so strong. It's so scary. Whenever I saw Torbran spoiled, which is the whole reason for wanting to make this deck, I was kind of terrified. And I think it really adds a lot to this archetype here that it didn't really need, but it got anyway. So Chandra Spitfire is still doing its thing. It's still going to kill you out of nowhere if you can't answer it. Watch out. And lastly, the whole reason we made the deck, the man himself, Torbran, Thane of Redfell. It's a legendary creature that we're playing a 4 of. I really want to guarantee that we have this on turn 4 every time if possible. It's a 4 mana 2/4. If a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. So your shocks, you're doing 4 damage. All your little 1-power creatures, they're doing 3 damage. If you got a Cavalcade out, those are doing more, and those multiply. So you're getting 3 damage from your Footlight Fiend swinging in, and you're getting 3 damage from your Cavalcade swinging. So again, that's 6 power right there. This deck's great because I think it it makes when you're playing against it, they have to have removal for everything you do. So they have to be pretty aggressive with killing things, but at the same time, they can't just sit back holding removal for this, because if they do, they might just die before it happens. I think this deck is terrifying. I know this isn't even my kind of deck, but the power level of it, I know it's there, and it's something I've got to play. Mana base, for a mono red deck, it's pretty dang simple. We got 17 mountains and 3 Castle Embereth. For those of you who haven't seen Castle Embereth, it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a mountain, but with 17 mountains, I think we're good there. You can tap it to add a red, or you can play 3 and tap it. Creatures you control get +1/+0 end of turn. Sometimes, if you top deck in late game, maybe you just need something to put your mana into. Pay your 4 mana here with this. Get +1/+0 after the Cavalcade triggers. That's going to kill people, and it's going to kill people good. And finally, sideboard-wise, I am the furthest thing from a mono red player you will see, so maybe this is wrong, but I have 3 Claim the Firstborn. I think this is one of the more interesting ones that kind of went unnoticed by a lot of people. But 1 mana, gain control of target creature with a converted mana cost 3 or less at end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste at end of turn. We don't sack it like a lot of steel effects do, but still, for 3 mana, you can get some pretty good things. I'm just imagining going up and maybe they drop a Rotting Regisaur on us on turn 3, sideboard-wise, and then we just get to claim the Firstborn, attack with that thing as well as all of our other stuff and just kill them dead. That seems pretty good. 4 Lava Cool here, just in case they're playing some bigger things. I've seen some mono green lists running around, which this is going to have a hard time with. Lava Cool coming in, getting to take care of some of those bigger, peskier creatures there. 2 Fry, because we still got to kill Teferis. 3 Tibalt, Rakish Investigator. Maybe I'm saying that wrong, by the way. It may not be Rakish, I'm not sure. Your opponents can't gain life. Sweet, because we don't want them to. And then just creating 2 1/1s if this thing gets to live. And when it dies, dealing extra damage, again, triggers with Torbran. So pretty great there. And in the final slots, we're mono red deck, so we're paying the 3 red here every time. So this is basically 3 mana to deal 4 damage to a target. Pretty sweet. This gives us final reach if we need it to. This lets us attack bigger creatures if we need it to. And just gives us, another versatile way of dealing 4 damage that we didn't have to do before. So this is the list, Mono Red Torbran / Mono Red Cavalcade of Calamity. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any suggestions to do with the deck or anything you've played against it if it's time to play. We're getting close to Thursday. We're almost there. I believe the next video will be us actually playing some Magic, hopefully. I'm ready for new cards. I got my packs to open. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. For all you new subscribers and people here, appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.